Welcome to the very first episode of Gen Z Classroom Talks, a platform where our young minds of class 9 they are going to come here and share their valuable experiences, thoughts, struggles, and achievements. Today, on the very first episode, we have with us Master Avik and Miss Upama Mandal from class 9B. So, welcome to the first episode.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Okay. It's been 11 years you are studying in this school.
Yes, ma'am.
How do you feel about it? Please share your experiences with us. Upama.
I've been studying in the school from nursery, and my school journey has had many ups and downs. From class 1 to class 5, I've been studying in the formal building that is in Panchanantala. And then class 6, our principal, she made this building with more infrastructure, more opportunities. And then all of us, we shifted to this building. So coming to this building, I felt like the education, we had more digital boards, the labs were created here so we could have that practical understanding also. Then the programs, they became more polished than before. So these are the changes I feel that has happened.
What are the changes you have experienced in this past 11 years of your journey?
It has been very enjoyable since I was studying from this school from nursery, and yeah, I think it is a very enjoyable moment to stay here and work for the school. Some changes, yeah, I feel, because in the previous school there were very limited resources, means digital resources, but here we can get access to internet, smart boards and labs, as she said also. The lab equipments, it's very good, and the quality of the classrooms, blackboards, benches, everything, it's very pretty good to say. It's very good.
So, with this regard, I would like to say something. I'm going to take them one time in that in building of Panchanantala also, because I think you all have not experienced or seen the changes over there. Because there
Yeah.
also we have got now
Yes,
digital books
Yes, yes, yes.
and
there are several
other facilities
changes.
of the parks and all. So we are also going to shoot a video on that very soon. Okay. Upuma would like to share something about our school patron and our school motto.
So our school motto is towards a life sublime. That actually means that we should always strive to be better in life. Sublime means something pretty, something beautiful. We should always strive in our lives to be towards something that is beautiful. And St. Teresa of Avila, she is the patron of our school. She also has a very good bookmark where she told, "Let nothing disturb you, let nothing frighten you." This basically implies that God is always with us. So we should never be frightened or never be disturbed by something that is happening in this human world.
So it's a very deep thought shared by
Yes.
you. Avik, what are your thoughts on it?
The thoughts, well, it's a kind of deep, as she said, because our patron, St. Teresa of Avila, she teaches us that always we shouldn't be disturbed by others. We should focus on what we are doing and whatever others say. No need to interfere those, and let those things not come in our minds and disturb us. That's the only thing. And she also tells the solutions that every day whatever we do, we should be thankful to God. We are getting food, water, and every day many facilities, so we should be thankful to the Almighty for all this. And our house patrons also shared the same thoughts to us.
Great. So now I would like to you to take me back to your 11 years of school journey and tell me one funny moment or a funny memory that you are having from your school life till date.
Funny memory, I think in that previous old building, I didn't have much, but yeah, in the excursions, I have a lot of memories. Like when I was traveling to Kolkata, 2nd January 2025.
Oh, he remembers the date.
Yes,
Okay.
it's very memorable date.
Yeah.
So in the upper bunk, I was very tired, in the at the night, before dinner. So I was just sleeping. So on the opposite side, Rahinur, what he did, he opened the curtain, took his phone, put his flashlight, and on my eyes. Means I was like, what happened? Some star or some sun bursted out in front of my eyes.
Oh God, that's really funny. Upama, would you
One
like to
of
share?
my funny moments was also in the excursion. When I went for the first excursion, that was in Shantiniketan. In one museum, I got somehow deep into all the things that were there, and because of Adrija Akhtari, we were so deep in understanding what was going on. The whole line, all the teachers they went. We too were stuck inside the museum. Now, after getting lost, the way Adrija Akhtari, she tried to find out where all the other teachers was. She
Oh my
went
god.
asking to everyone, people who didn't even know us, that where our teachers was. So those were funny moments.
So this is all a part and parcel of life, I can say. This words are taking me back to my school life. But anyways, I have to restrict myself because we have lots of things to discuss. Okay, Avik, are you the talkative one in the class or the silent one?
That's way too difficult question for me because sometimes I am quiet in the class, but yeah, most of the time I'm talking.
You're talking. Honest confessions in front of the camera.
Yes,
So he's the talkative one. And what about Upama?
I think I'm the quiet one.
She is the quiet one.
yeah,
You agree?
yes, yes.
My God. Okay. What do you like most about the classes that are conducted in the school? Means, do you like the online classes or the offline classes?
Obviously, offline class.
Offline classes. Why?
Because online class, I think there are way too disadvantages than the offline classes, because you see, online classes, we get Google Meet and so on. We are getting voice chats with our friends when teachers are teaching in the online groups. Then also some students will go to their means, what I'll say, they will chat with their friends. That's the main thing. Means distraction is a way too problem in this online class, what I experience. Yeah, that's all the thing I wanted to
You
share.
agree with this same thing?
Yeah, I agree with this because in
You said about distraction.
Yes.
So, how do you handle destruction at this stage? With this regard, I want to tell my viewers that both of them have scored a good percentage in the scholastic year 2025-26, and your percentage was 98.31,
3-1.
and your percentage was
97.20.
yeah, so 97.20. So now one has got around 97%, the other one has got 98%. So then how are you handling distractions at this stage and focusing on your studies?
Studies, yeah, distractions are quite often in this stage, I agree to this. But we should, control it. Means doing meditation is a very important thing. I also practice it in home. At least 10 to 15 minutes will be sufficient. Means sitting in a right posture with taking deep breaths and out, it will calm the mind. It helps to get out of the distractions and all the negative thoughts in our mind. That also helped me in scoring a good percentage, and studying with concentration is also a great thing. Some mind problems I solve for 2 to 3 minutes, like joining these hands, pressing it, and then rotating like this each finger without getting the others means separated. That also helps us to improve our concentration, from what I learned from YouTube videos I see about increasing concentration and memory power. So I think to the viewers, it will be also an efficient way to increase your concentration and focus on your studies.
So I
One.
wasn't expecting this type of answer from Avik because I did not thought on a personal note that he is a big fan of doing meditation and increasing his concentration power. That's a deep thought. for a student of your age. It is good. So I would like to know, means what's the source, means who has inspired you to do, to follow this path of meditation and then concentrate on your studies.
My parents.
Your parents.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Upama.
And one more thing I'd like to add, that to keep a mindset that sometimes notifications come and there is always a urge to look that who has chatted me or who has sent the notification. But I would like to tell that during studying we should keep a mindset that this is my time to study. I can check later. But now I have to study and I have to do it perfectly.
It is well said by both of them. Um, but do you think at this age it is that easy to control? Because he gave us a wonderful trick. You meditate, you do hand exercise, sit in the right posture. But for you, what is your experience? How do you handle stress and anxiety related to exams or tests?
To me, learning has always mattered more than the exam pressure. I don't think about the numbers. The learning, understanding the concept, that has mattered more
Yeah.
always to me. And because of that reason, the stress is not that much. But during the exam days, if the stress comes, I practice more sample papers. I try to revise all my concepts, and I keep that mindset that I have studied all throughout the year, and now I will and I can do great in the exams.
Now,
The determination is more
Yes.
important than any other things.
Yeah.
Avik.
great. Okay. Now both of you have boarded the I-60 Express. I tell my class that both all the students of class 9 they have boarded the I-60 Express. It is just you say that you have 1 year, means actually you have more than 1 year, but
Yeah.
it is we must consider it's
Yeah.
less than a year because
Yes.
time is fleeting.
Yes.
So then, how are you preparing your mindset for the board exam and as well as for the final exam of class 9? Because that is also, the exam paper is like for the council, you have to prepare for the entire
Yeah.
syllabus and all. So, what is your mindset and how are you going about it?
My mindset about is that not to get afraid of whatever questions will come from the board. You study, means you read all the lines properly, memorize the tables and so on. Means concentrating on the studies will help.
Concepts.
Yes, conceptual learning will also help us to means score good marks. Rather than to memorize all the lines, we should understand the concepts of what is told, all the diagrams we have to practice. Then it would be a lot easier to score good marks and reduce stress at this age.
Your
I also agree with him. These things are most important. Creating the concepts.
No, but somewhere at the back of the mind, you will have a thought that no, you are going to give a board exam. And for class nine also, you have the entire book as the syllabus. All
Yeah.
the topics what are included are there as prescribed by the council. So then, how are you planning to proceed with the syllabus? Because ultimately, if I talk about one subject, say maths, you are having around 10 chapters or
Yes.
somewhat like that, around 10 chapters.
Hmm.
So 10 chapters in the final exam, because there are
Mhm.
students, they till class 8 you were having maybe 3 chapters, 4 chapters, 6 to 8 chapters were there in annual term, as much as I remember. So now 10 chapters or the entire book preparing the topics. How do you go about? Means what do you think about it? What are the discussions you have with your parents, with your teachers, and how do you take it?
I think people should not procrastinate. That is the first thing. During the unit test, sometimes it comes that we took those chapters lightly, but that shouldn't be done. If we are focusing more on that chapter, then during the finals, our pressure will become less because we know that that chapter was prepared correctly, and now I can focus on the other chapters that I have not done previously in half yearly or the unit test. This is one of the key factors to having to manage the stress during the finals. And one more important thing is time management. I should always know my reality and then act accordingly and make a realistic timetable. That will help me for that.
Super thoughtful,
Thank you.
realistic
Thank
timetable.
you.
Hats off to these thoughts. Um, what is your sleeping duration?
Sleeping duration, because of this.
At what time do you sleep? What time do you get up?
Usually, when it's a normal day without the school, I study during the day, eat my lunch, and so I could get the time of sleeping about 6 to 7 hours.
6 to 7 hours.
But during the class, means when there are working days in the class, then I get only, I think I get only 5 hours.
5 hours. Means at what time do you sleep?
Sleep um, 11:30 or 12.
11:30. Don't you think it is too late?
According to the syllabus, I have to cope up with it, and we shouldn't means delay the things which are taught in the class. We
Yes.
whatever things are taught in the class, we should read or learn it during that day only, that evening. So whatever things are taught in the class, I read those concepts, understand it during that day, so it becomes quite late to sleep. And in the morning also bus comes quite early, so I have to wake up at, I think, 5:45.
5:45 is the because okay. Upama?
My sleep schedule is like I go to sleep at 12. So,
12.
yeah.
My God.
11:30. 12.
No, similar reason that
You are
all the
preparing all the lessons
all the
on the same day
lessons, yeah,
Huh.
and
because you both
because
No
believe that.
pending work should be
yeah,
there.
because if there is pending work, then that will be more difficult to understand. This is personal
Okay. What
experience.
about during the holidays?
The holidays,
Holidays, then
playing and fighting with my cousins. That is one important part of the holidays. And studying also, yeah, I do study. Waking up early at the morning, then means getting fresh myself, having the breakfast, then getting to study. Then after study means my daily schedule like a bath, taking lunch. Then I used to play chess with my father. Some few days ago I have started. Now I am not getting the time. When summer holidays will begin, then I'll surely resume.
What are your inputs on this?
during the holidays, like us, means I can follow the study schedule more properly. Like in the morning, everyone they're having a fresh mind, so I mostly try to study the subjects like science and maths at that time. Afternoon, evening, the lighter subjects like English and then SSC like geography, history. Those topics I try to mainly focus on, and also the thing of science and arts, one science subject, one art subject, like that, so that brain it is not getting burned out, so it's
So they
preventing
are
that.
thinking a lot of things and then, planning out the schedule. Means in my time, I never used to do that. I used to go with the flow, but it's great. Avik, what is your favorite subject and what subject you are planning to pursue in future?
My favorite subject, physics. Yeah, means you are teaching for not that means I personally like it because I see some science videos on YouTube when I get means free time to watch, means during this time I don't get the times, but when it gets means when summer
Holidays.
holidays, yeah, when summer holidays or puja holidays began, so from small only, from 2 to 3 years, I used to watch this and learn. Means from I want to get out from this bookish knowledge and want to explore what is outside. In physics, I am getting means more knowledge about quantum physics, theory of relativity, and other all theories of physics.
You are taking me, you are driving, means you are tempting me to go into the topic of quantum physics, but here we are not going to discuss about
Yeah,
physics and all.
that's
So
that's
I'm
the thing.
restricting myself, but I think I'll keep this.
And I think that I would like to go into engineering for my future life because
Okay.
I think it's quite means what I'll say, rather than doctors, I think engineers are quite preferable for me, and my parents also prefer me to do that because I can do and prepare well in maths and other science subjects. So my parents also advise me to means to go with these subjects in my future.
Okay, so can I conclude that you are opting for pure science after class 10? Pure science means physics, chemistry,
Yeah.
maths, or are you going
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
pure
That
science?
one.
And I think it is the same for you as we were discussing once behind the camera. Okay, okay. Now both of you have achieved very good percentage, and I'm sure you are going to score and do even better in
Okay.
your upcoming exams. So, Upama, what does success mean to you at this stage?
At this stage, success are two things. First is acquiring knowledge, understanding more. Like he told, quantum physics and everything. I also go through that. I also like those. So those, and the second thing is the love and recognition I receive in the school from everyone, from the teachers, from the juniors, from my peers, non-teaching staff, sisters. That love and recognition that during every program everyone is that Upama, let her be, let her, she can do this. That recognition that I get, that is success for me.
That's great. Avik?
My success, I would like to add what she said. What she said, it is also quite important, but I would like to add one more thing. To me, personally, me, success means that when you do, means hard work, work hard and means study and any other activities, drawing or doing singing, dancing, whatever things, what you like, if you find that it's not getting, means I'm not getting into it, means I'm not accustomed to the new changes, I cannot accept. So when you get the courage to do it, that yeah, I can do it with my full sincerity and dedication, after few days when I achieve it finally, that pleasure and joy which I get, that's also a quite great part of my
That too
life.
is true.
So, attaining that mental self satisfaction
Yes.
is actually success. Great, well said. It's been like um, I can recall that when I joined the school, Upama was the first appointed assistant
Yes.
SPL, and Debayan was the
SPL.
SPL. So, how is your experience? How is this position or the designation of being the SPL of the school? Change your mindset or shape you into a better person.
So, being the first SPL, I got in means elected as the assistant SPL in 2023. So, being the first assistant SPL in the history of St.Teresa School, Bharampur, that was a moment of great pride, and it was an honor for me. And that time, I decided that I should work according to my position. I should never let anyone down,
That's
and
right.
for that the determination that happened in me during that time, the determination I still follow, and that determination to not let anyone down has shaped me in doing several works, like several extracurriculum activities I focus, and then studying also I find time for that because of my mental state and determination. And then after being the SPL, I also got to know about the qualities of leadership. That leadership, I used to see the teachers and then I used to think that how they're leading. And after I got to be the SPL, I understood that how difficult it is to actually lead everyone together.
It is
And
indeed difficult.
then being a source of inspiration to the juniors, they will look and they will also try to be like that. That is also a great sense of satisfaction that gives to me.
Great. Avik is our former SPL because this time we just had the
Yes.
elections and
Yes.
then we got our newly elected school cabinet. So how was your experience last year regarding being an SPL, and do you think it has changed your mindset in any way?
Yeah, because you see, I was elected as the prefect in 2025. That time when I was elected for the first time, because I was means when she was the former prefect, also I was the candidate. Uh,
Okay.
Devan got
More
elected,
votes.
and I lost for some 7 to 8 votes.
He remembers that.
Huh.
Yeah.
7 to 8 votes.
Yeah.
I did not know this fact. Okay.
7 to 8 votes. So I thought, means uh, God has given chance to him, so let him do. Then when I was elected as the candidate in the 2 years after, also in 2025, I thought that this time I could do and I have to do, because contributing for our school is a very great thing in my life, because I'll remember it whenever I'll go outside, whenever I will see my school's website. Also, I will get to know about these functions I used to do in stage and so on. So when I got the position of the school prefect, then I thought that leadership qualities has to be there in an individual's life to get the success. uh, Means, what I'll say, that uh, what I used to do, like conducting assemblies regularly and maintaining the classes when there was any annual programs, then I used to get bit knowledge about how to, means, control the
The,
class and how to lead others to success. And that's a great thing what I learned from this school, except this scholastic and academic things.
One thing that is now, getting into my mind is speaking in English is very important, because when you
Yeah,
move out of the school campus,
yes.
uh, you we have to showcase ourselves. Not only we have to showcase, but we have to be the reflections of whatever we have studied in the past. So, because our behavior, our character, our way of speaking and personality, these are the very important things,
yeah,
which will be in us as reflections of our school life,
yeah.
Hmm.
right? So, speaking fluently in English and having the quality of leadership, these are the two important factors I find that all the young minds should be having while they move
Yes.
out of the school
Yes,
after
yes.
class, whether it is after class 10 or whether it is after class 12. So, I would like your both of your opinions on this matter, because I want our young minds also to learn something how important it is to speak fluently in English and developing their character. That is personality development, and shaping and acquiring the qualities of leadership. So if you can give a short message to our young learners, what it should be, how it should be,
Means,
through your experience, because you have already experienced last year. She has got a lot of experience, I would say, because every time she's one of uh, the one coming forward. Since last year I have been finding you also coming forward in every occasions and helping out all the teachers in their works. So both of you are well accustomed to leadership. So
I think leadership qualities should be there in today's so-called Gen Z learners, because you see, they are the future of our nations. So when they will go abroad, they can't speak or express their feelings, or means whatever they are going into their minds, they cannot express in their mother tongue. They have to speak in English fluently to express it. And also in many professions like teaching, engineering, doctor, uh, and many other professions, it has to be quite important that, what I'll say, that speaking fluently in English and leadership qualities should be there. um, Especially when you are in teaching profession, maintaining the classroom is quite important, because everyone will not be silent as,
Yes.
means, what I'll say, everyone will
Some kids are quite
some
disturbing.
quite disturbing, means not disturbing,
but
but they like to
we
talk.
don't get all
Yes.
everyone
Huh.
Upama and Deva, I mean, sorry, awake in every class. So you know,
So means, uh, making them comfortable in the classrooms, and making them understand what we are teaching in the class, that's quite important in this stage, because when you will leave this school after class 10 or 12 and uh, walk forward for your career, it's also quite important to look after these matters. And I'll suggest our viewers to also concentrate on this.
okay, Upama, your thoughts.
Means so speaking in English, that is one of the major things that are needed today, because in every profession around the world, English is the language of the masses. So if we're going abroad or in India, India is one of the most diverse countries. So anyone, if they want to go to the southern parts of India and be there, like IIT Bangalore, that is one of the biggest IITs of India. So if someone wants to go there, they can't understand the language that we speak, Bengali
Yes.
or Hindi. So we need to communicate in English with them, and that is important as in all the jobs around the world today. English is mandatory. If they cannot speak in English, then getting a job is very hard for them. And about the leadership qualities, if we look at the jobs that someone wants to pursue further in life, teaching is like they need to control the children, so that's why they need leadership. And in the other things like engineering, sometimes doctors, space scientists, there is always a group and someone has to emerge as a leader. They have to take up all the, they have to know the,
Responsibilities.
yeah, responsibilities. They have to know the strengths and the weaknesses of everyone in the group, and according to that. So leadership and speaking English, these are the things that one is mandatory if they want to achieve a higher milestone in their lives.
Very vital.
Yes.
She is again driving back, means taking me to some other topics. Since I know you are not at that age that you will be able to, but I need your views now, because since she had said a lot of things about jobs and all.
Yeah.
So this actually is giving me the thought that you both are also quite means quite thoughtful about the job structure that we are having currently in our country. Do you think AI is going to take the jobs in future? Because ICC or
Yeah.
CBSE, they are inculcating, asking the students to learn AI, computer, robotics. So then, what is your opinion on AI, and how do you think you are? Means, are you going to be part of the learning process for AI, or you are just going to use it for studying purpose and other things?
No, AI should be an integral part of our life because
Yes.
nowadays AI is becoming quite popular and it is getting diverse in every field, whether it's teaching, engineering, or even some management works also, hotel management. Um, and I would say that not only for studies but also in future life when you go to abroad or pursue for any job or pursue something in career, there has to be some means modern mechanics or AI in it so that it gets means realistic and what I'll say realistic and means
The work of the people, it's
huh,
reduced.
work of the people is reduced and also
What are your thoughts on AI?
The fact that the statement that AI will take over all the jobs, I don't quite agree with that, because there are many jobs which AI can't do, like the programming that we do in the AI, the human brains.
You have taken up computers,
Yeah.
and you haven't taken
commerce.
commerce.
Yeah.
Okay.
So AI should be an integral part of our life, because to means in the jobs, like if we are wanting to do good in them, then AI, we need to learn AI. AI has to be an integral part, because there will be several fields in which we will use AI. But the statements that AI will take over the jobs, I don't agree with that, because we are, at the end, we are the humans who are actually uh,
What I would
giving
like to
power to the,
interrupt that whatever humans are creating, that is recreated and modified by the AI.
by the AI. So
Not they are
it's,
originally
yeah,
designed
so
by
it's
it.
actually the brain of the humans at the end.
Yeah,
So I don't agree that there will be
and
many
also
jobs where
some basic
humans.
parts of AI are made by humans only. So
Yes.
I don't agree that AI can take up all the jobs in future.
Jobs.
I think we will have a good debate on that, but we
Yes.
will keep that for some other episode, because otherwise it's going to get too long. So okay, leaving the topic of AI. It's been, I said, 11 years of school journey. You said about career, jobs, school infrastructure, your love for the school and everything. But I now will come to one topic, that is friendship. 11 years of school journey, and the bond, means the friendship, the bonding it's like something which you means you're going to experience a sense of nostalgia as you leave the school.
Yes.
Maybe even from now onwards, you are going to feel that sense of nostalgia sitting in the classroom,
Yes.
or change of classrooms are taking place. So then, how is friendship important? Who are those who have stayed right beside you? And in 1 year of time when you are going to leave the school, how are you going? How do you see all these things in front of you?
See, friendship is quite important in this life because we can't do everything alone. We need to get support from others, means moral support. That yes, you can do that. Love for others, that love from others, that is also quite important in especially our stage. um, like what I'll say, in this stage this is quite important because friends are the only ones, like when getting absent, when I get absent, I get the homeworks from them, whatever things teachers are teaching, that our friends are also telling that these all things our teachers have taught this day. So ma'am has told to prepare it and there'll be a test next day, so it helps a lot. And friendship, when I leave the school, obviously I have to leave because after class 10 or 12 we have to go for a career, go outside. So it will feel a quite of heartbreaking, means leaving
Yeah.
the school friends. This is a very nostalgic part of my life, it will be.
Upama?
I have always heard from my mother. She is always telling me that school life is the best time of our
Yeah,
lives. And I personally think that what makes school life the best is the friendship that we're having during these times. Like friends, they are something that friends we can only talk and gossip with them. Friends aren't for just talking or gossiping. Friends, we need friends because humans are social animals. At the end of the day, we are interdependent on the others. We cannot do anything without
yeah,
them. So friends are there, some friends are there for moral advice. They give advice on things that I need to do. When I am tensed, they tell that you can do it. I know you can. That encouragement from them, that is, that feels very nice. And then some friends are there that whenever I'm sad, whenever I'm feeling down, they're there to crack jokes. They know what will make me happy and what not, so they act
Devan,
according to that. So my friends like Bishan is there for me, Shayon,
Devan,
Rahinur. So
Now
they
they are
keep me
getting all the
happy.
opportunities, to speak about the friends, and I'm sure they will be very happy
Yeah.
hearing the names. Um, I would like to know about what sort of discussions you get with your parents when you are preparing for your upcoming board exams next year. You are going to give class 10, so they must be giving their inputs. Your teachers are giving you inputs. You are getting so many inputs every day from our principal as well. To study harder, being sincere with your studies and all. So then. I want to know about the key role of your parents in shaping what you are today.
So my parents have been my constant support. Their guidance that they give, that to study or for being a better person, the guidance that they give, that has shaped me, like not only academically but also as a person. That has made me better. The encouragement that they give, like they are always with me. They're with me during my best times, during my worst. When I'm at my best times, they share that joy with me, and when I'm at my worst times, they encourage me to do better. And that constant trust they have on me, that I can do that, I will do that, that feels very nice, because parents, they will remain. Everyone
That's
in
true.
this earth will go, but parents, they will remain.
Avik,
I also agree with her, whatever she said. See, parents are the first teachers of our life. Whatever they teach, like from our childhood, uh, we are walking, standing, running, everything. The first steps of our life are taught by our parents. So, So I think that parents should be respected by their childrens, and also I think that parents show their moral support and encouragement to us, as she said, that in difficult times, in enjoyment times also, like when we are in our best times, we are getting encouragement from them, and these encouragements are also shared by them to others, that my child has done this,
Yeah.
my daughter son has done that. So it's a moment of great joy for me that they are sharing my means
Probabilities.
enjoyment to others. And when I am in my bad times feeling sad or demotivated, so they help me to motivate me that you can do everything, comes and go, but we will remain with you in whatever situation we face. So I would like to suggest the viewers that whatever things happen, we should always respect our parents.
Yes.
Okay, great. It's really thoughtful, and I'm sure our young minds, our young learners, they are going to learn a lot of things from
Yes.
this podcast. Um, Before we end, few things if you want to share regarding the school, not only about the infrastructure, but I can share one experience of mine. A few days back I had met a person, and a friendly one. We were having a friendly conversation, and I asked him that you are in this stage of life, at this stage of life also, because he's very senior to me. Why do you feel like going back to your school? I asked him this question, and uh, means every time whenever there is an occasion in the school he goes back. So he said me one thing, that it is the um, classroom desk where he wants to go and sit, and he also said me that it is the grass of the ground where he wants to lay and have, means, feel those moments again. So before we end this podcast, any simple thing that you also feel you are going to miss, and you are going to, you want to say something to anyone regarding the school or something, any short message that you want to give?
Our school, very sure it's an integral part of the life. So I think that whenever I will go from the school, yeah, it will feel very sad that I will miss those classrooms, chalks, concepts of maths and physics, history, geography, and even the friends who supported me throughout my entire life. Those school friends, where they will go, I don't know actually. So it will feel a quite sad missing them. The playground, football, cricket, or whatever sports we used to play in, we are playing in these school days. It will also means I will miss those golden moments of my life.
Yes. So still you have one more year.
Yeah.
So you to make
So
up all the good memories with everyone,
Yes.
and also to progress with the academic performance and other perspectives, means other fields as well. Upama.
Um, One thing that our sister principal always tells, that change, that is the rule of the nature, and
yeah,
I agree with that. That everyone needs a change.
That's true.
We miss them, miss we
nothing
will
is
miss
permanent.
everything, the benches, the classrooms, the friends, but we should always accept the changes. Like friends, it will feel very heartbreaking to move out of the school, but one thing I will do, I will always try to keep contact with them, my good friends
Yes,
that there are. I would always try to keep contact with them, because today what I am becoming, those friends, they also played a great role in shaping me.
That's
The
true.
teachers, the principal, they were one of the most important things in school life that I faced, and I will honestly keep, I will try to keep contact with you all the
So, like,
maximum I can.
so it is like, okay, very deep message shared by both of them. So, I think we will end the podcast here, but there will be number of episodes where we will try to bring different students of class 9, and I'm sure that today I have taken up this place, tomorrow they will be taking, and interviewing their friends, and create a wonderful good memories and documentary for class 9 students. So this is signing off from the very first episode of Gen Z
Classroom talks.
classroom
Classroom
talks.
Talks. Thank you.